Welcome back to the Two-Toe Money Super 1 British Karting Championships. Honda Cadet, the only class in the paddock with standing starts. Block and Rigby on the front row from Ginchard and Clements. Singh and McCouris, Stewart, Simmons, Rennie and Gibbons round out the top 10. That's a very competitive field, even in the first 5 rows. Berta and Greenall, keep an eye on the likes of Ryan Willis. Daniel Parent-Smith will want another good weekend. Josh Patterson could be one to move forward. And it's a very competitive field. So let's see how we go. We're racing here at Whilton Mill, and it looks like a particularly clean start this time as the field moves off. No problems into Oblivion and Crook as the field makes their way to Christmas for the first time at Manuel's Bank. We're on board with Sebastian Block chasing down the 8 plate of Alfie Rigby and into the lead. Goodness me, beautifully done. Dan Ginchard trying to come through as well. Hasn't quite got the space to get there into 3rd position. He goes though, and Sebastian Block, race leader and leading the championship as well. Oh, sorry, 4th in the championship, I should say, after round 1. He was one of the protagonists to get there. We're on board, as we say again, with Block because Rigby has got back through into the lead. The Oliver Rowland Motorsport driver, beautiful move from Theo McCouris.
The championship leader is into 4th place already. He's got a rearward-facing camera on in this one. Block's got the forward-facing. McCouris has got the rear-facing, and when they're nose to tail, that should be quite interesting.
Proper jostle on the inside of the boot there from Ryan Willis as we go on board with Theo McCouris. Looking back, what a fantastic camera position this is. You can really see the bumps and the undulations of the drivers as they push their way through that very fast Oblivion and Crook section up to Manuel's Bank. Rigby in the lead from Block. McCouris up to 3rd. Ginchard is 4th. What a move there into Christmas from the 51. Kian Berta doing it again in style, and he has managed to get past the 23 there. No problems at all, as now we've got Ethan Simmons trying to get himself back up to speed. But fantastic work there from Kian Berta. He's one of the best that overtakes. And on the inside, the 95 gets there as well. Great move from Sonny Smith. We're on board with Sebastian Block because McCouris has got through in a 2nd place. This is interesting. We've got the front-facing camera for Block. We've got the rear-facing camera for McCouris. And they're on track together. Oh, a bit of a tank slapper there from Sebastian Block. And that's going to put him in the clutches of Dan Ginchard.
These 4 getting away, though. Looks like, yeah, they are. They're definitely getting away. That's a good 2nd or more as they go across the line. So it's Rigby, McCouris, Block, Ginchard, Singh, top 5. Then comes Clement, Sonny Smith's in there. Kian Berta 2nd in the championship, currently in 8th place, started down
Ginchard,
in P11.
Ginchard goes for the move on Block and he's there. Beautiful overtaking move from Dan Ginchard into Christmas. Absolutely superb, and he's leaving Block for dead already. I think that caught out the Kiwi.
Looking further down the field as well, we've got Daniel Parent-Smith already made up 6 places. Darryl Taylor in 15th place has started P20, made up 5. And Josh Patterson started P24. He's into 17th, so he's made up 7. A few just running wide a little bit there. The 23, Ethan Simmons into 9th place.
Yep, getting past Greenall, the 4 plate, no problem at all there. But Greenall's going to try and come back, I think, on the inside line. And that's the 37, Josh Patterson making a move on Archie Walker. So some good battles all the way through this field, but Ginchard into 3rd position is the big move. The cool Kiwi down to 4th position. Sebastian Block, Mackay Singh, the rookie, doing a fantastic job in 5th. Here comes McCouris, using all the road and a little bit more to get that space on the inside. McCouris takes the lead from Rigby. Game on!
Fantastic move there again in Christmas Corner. It is the favourite overtaking spot on this track. You can see the red light blinking on the front-facing camera there of the man in behind the race leader.
That's Rigby. So Rigby in 2nd place. We've got to wait a little bit before Sebastian Block in 4th position for the camera crew. So that's obviously their own personal camera on board the Oliver Rowland Motorsport kart, Alfie Rigby. He should give us that at some point. We could get some great pictures from it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we did have a choice because we were collecting in whatever camera we wanted, basically, whatever card, and putting it straight into the computer right after these races. But all of the karts, as you see, have got front-facing cameras. You can have 2 on if you want. You must have one facing front. You can have one facing rear as well if you want to. Darryl Taylor, as we said earlier, on the move, started P20, now he's 13th, made up 7.
Well, this is the battle for 5th position, led by Jack Clements, Sonny Smith, Kian Berta and Mackay Singh, the leading rookie in this little mixture of karts as they run around in the top 5. or trying to. Jack Clements is there in P5. Here are our leaders. Makuris, oh, big slide from Ginchard as they went into Chapman, but he caught that one beautifully. See, that's the oval racing DNA of that family creeping in there. They're always flat out and sideways, and great to see a beautiful bit of kart control there from Dan Ginchard in third position, chasing down Makuris and Rigby. This is that fifth place battle still. Jack Clements in fifth, Smith in sixth position, then it's Berta, Singh, Greenall trying to hang on in front of Tristan Rennie, but I'm not entirely sure he's going to have too much of a candle to hold on the run to Christmas. Rennie is looking very threatening indeed as they come off the turn. This is that fifth place battle. Jack Clements, the youngster from Guildford in Surrey, a lovely chap. I've met him on a few occasions, young Jack, and he's full of confidence. He's a lovely young person. Great to see him moving up into the world of Super 1 British Championship racing with such a cool demeanour. He's got bags of confidence, this kid. It's great to see him in the top 5, although he might not be there for long with Smith and Berta giving chase.
It's a great performance though at this level to get anywhere near the top 5, but it's Makuris that leads from Rigby in second place on the 8 kart there. Ginchard on the 9 kart in third place, and there's a gap now back to Sebastian Bloch, who's got it all to do to catch these, because he's on his own and they can work together.
Yes, look at Ginchard. He has managed to get right onto the back of Rigby. He's looking ridiculously fast at the moment as they go through Oblivion and Crook. Up Manuel's Bank, Ginchard is looking like the man who's threatening to take this all. Look, he's moving Rigby closer towards Theo Makuris. He's making this more of a 3-kart fight, but Ginchard is the man on the move here.
And one man we didn't see on the grid positions. We only cover the top 30 on the grid positions. There's more than 40 plus drivers, some of whom have had to come through the repechage earlier in the day, so the last 4 on the grid we never really see in the grid graphic. One of those would have been Leon Henderson, who's made up 14 places so far from 34th to get himself into the top 20. A great effort by Leon.
That is absolutely astonishing given the circumstances. He is absolutely flying. 14 places made up, and I don't think he's done either. I think there's more to come from him.
We won't see a lot of him, Jake, just because of the nature of filming. These are short sprint races. We've got to cover the battles. We try and cover the midfield like we're seeing here from time to time, but it's this battle at the front we need to concentrate on.
Here comes Rigby
for the lead.
Absolutely beautifully, and Ginchard makes it work.
With him. Standard move, we've seen it so many times earlier in the day. Saw Guy Cunnington do it at least 4 times in the junior Rotax race, and Ginchard does it again.
Well, this is perfect from Ginchard, working with Rigby. Now what he needs to do effectively is just sit behind him, get away from Theo Makuris and Sebastian Bloch. They've already done the Kiwi. Now they've got to deal with Makuris. Get away from him, although Makuris is not playing ball on the grass. Ginchard gives him no room at all. That was a clear signal. You can go for this move if you want, Theo, but we're having an accident.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about the legality of that. I'm not sure you can really squeeze someone. I mean, squeezing someone is genuine, but sort of putting them 2 wheels on the grass, not sure with 4:50 on the clock on the last 2 laps, definitely.
Well,
but a little bit surprised there because Dan Ginchard's highly experienced. That could have gone pear-shaped for the pair of them.
Well,
not himself included.
Yeah, true. I mean, now we know that if you want to go to battle with Dan Ginchard, you better bring your boxing gloves, because that is one heck of an aggressive stance from Ginchard. He's made good use of it. He didn't hit him.
Don't get me wrong. I remember saying to my son in the final of National Championships, going back to, 2004-05, I thought you'd let him up the inside there. I said, listen, Dad, if he'd have come up the inside, there was only one place he was ending up.
Ginchard now going for the lead. Ginchard into the boot as we had a yellow flag down the straight, but the green flags will have come by the point he was making the overtaking move. He's done it. So that's a clean move. No problem for Ginchard. He's got through under greens. So that's a perfect overtake from Ginchard into the boot. Now he's got to cope with the pressure of Makuris and Rigby, and I'm fairly sure that Theo Makuris, who has got past Rigby as well, will not think kindly towards Ginchard. Look, he's defending with 3.5 to go. That's how close this battle's going to be.
I'll tell you what, Sebastian Bloch will like that, because Bloch crossed the line 2.6 seconds back of this battle, and if he's going to get back to anywhere near them, these have got to stop.
Look at Rigby! Rigby trying to go round the outside of Makuris. That was how much they were jostling, and then they'll bump wheels. They bang wheels. That's Rigby through on the inside of Makuris.
That's a great move by Rigby. I like that. He really took advantage.
Watch Bloch. Bloch is closing in on them, hand over fist. This is going to be a 4-way fight.
That's at least a second he's closed on this lap, probably a 1.5 seconds at least. He's closed on the lap, and that is all down to the front 3. Daniel Ginchard defending up the straight, and then a little bit of contact between them. through a couple of corners, and look at this, 2.6 seconds. What is it now, Jake?
It's definitely
a second.
It's a second. He's made up 1.6. The cool Kiwi is coming back in style. Massive gusto from the New Zealander in 4th place. Here comes Rigby on the inside of Christmas, past Ginchard. Makuris is going to get through as well. Ginchard slots himself neatly into 3rd position.
Block is loving it. You could just you just see him smiling. Go on, boys, keep battling.
And they are
right there now.
Here comes Block side by side with Ginchard. We're on board with Makuris looking back to Ginchard. And now Sebastian Block is no longer 2.6 seconds back. He's not even a 10th back. This is brilliant. Fantastic as they come off of Chapman. Down the straight. Ginchard signals to Block. Come on, we can go and get the leader. We're not going to let Rigby disappear with this one. Makuris in 2nd place. Ginchard in 3rd. Block in 4th. We're on board with Sebastian Block as they come through that final turn. Ward of Champions on the far side as they come over the line. Ginchard going to try and come up the inside to get past Makuris, and he's there. Makuris comes through on Ginchard.
Block's coming through past Ginchard. So the leader is Rigby out front on the 8 cart. The 7 cart is Makuris.
Well, hang on a sec, because look, we've got the 5th place battle closing up as well too, led by Sonny Smith. Oliver Greenall's in there, Clement Singh. They're all in there, and here goes Block round the outside of Makuris, and he's on the grass now. Well, that's surely Sebastian Block's chances of winning this race. Well and truly finished. Well, I tell you what, he's got back on the road in 6th place. He didn't lose it.
Sonny Smith there in 4th. Where's it come from?
Yeah, Smith is in 4th place. Greenall's up to 5th. Here's Block in 6th.
It's all kicking off.
Well, I tell you what, how on earth has Block still got grip on his tyres to run with these guys? This is great driving from Block. Any other driver would have been that off the circuit. He hasn't.
Greenall, Jake, about 3-4 minutes ago, Greenall was in the mid-pack.
Yep, he was
He's right there in it to win it.
He was very nearly 5-6 seconds back off these guys, and now they're going for the win. We're on board with Makuris again, looking back at Oliver Greenall. Do not underestimate how much you've got to keep fighting in these cadet races. Do not give up. Do not think when you're sat in 5th position a few seconds back, this race is over. Now Greenall's going for 3rd. Well, he's already got 3rd. He's side by side with Ginchard. Ginchard moves to cover.
He's got hung out on the outside. He's going to lose places.
Makuris is through.
He's gone for a place and lost 3.
Block is through. Oh dear, that's really compromised him, but fair play for giving it a go in the first place. Rigby leading Ginchard. Ginchard goes for the move on Rigby. Rigby is hung out to dry himself.
Makuris on both of them.
Makuris is going to come past Ginchard. He has to hang back, and that's going to give Smith a fantastic run in 4th position. Smith's up to 3rd. Past Block, past Rigby.
2 to go, and across the line that time. What a race. Could be one of the races of the season.
Well,
any one of 8, 9, 10 could win this.
What was it we said about Iami Cadet last time out of PF? That's the best cadet race we've ever seen. Honda have decided, no, we're not having any of that.
Let's join that party.
We could do better. Here we go. Ginchard is in the lead. Sonny Smith is in 2nd in front of Sebastian Block. Block was off on the grass with absolutely saturated tyres.
He was out of it at that point. Ed Pearson, by the way, has made up 13 places down the field, Jake. Just a little bit of shout out for Ed. Started P26 up to 13th.
On board with Sebastian Block briefly as we were watching Sonny Boy himself, Sonny Smith in 2nd place. He's having a cracking race.
It's incredible. I mean, a load of these drivers, they were never in it. There were 3 of them out front, miles clear of anybody as we go into the last lap.
And
they
now
started battling with what, 4 minutes on the clock?
And now we've got 12 of them.
Exactly.
12 of them battling.
Incredible.
Ginchard has got to hang on to this inside. Sonny Smith going for it, and he's got 2 wheels on the grass. Block is going to try and come around the outside at Christmas. That will leave him vulnerable to Makuris. Makuris can't get by. Block slots back into 3rd place.
How is Block even still in it?
I don't understand at all. Those tyres should have been like sponges, water all over them, but he's managed to keep it going and is still there in 3rd. We've got great tussling further back with Rigby and Greenall. Rigby has not got a chance at the podium at this point. Here goes Block on the inside of Smith, edges him wide. Makuris could get 2nd place past them both, and he has. Smith ran over the curbs there, over the grass. Rigby's going to try and come through for the podium, and all of this is going to give Dan Ginchard his first Super 1 final win out of the final turn. Dan Ginchard has done it! Victorious and supreme! Oh my word! Honda Cadet came to party and they gave it gusto here at Whilton Mill. That was absolutely spectacular. Ginchard wins it from Makuris. Block is third from Rigby. Sonny Smith in P5 from Kian Berta. Greenall, the leading rookie Mackay Singh. Jack Clemens and Mitchell Gibbons. All of them in the fight for the victory, as well as Ethan Simmons and Tristan Rennie. But what a fantastic win for Ginchard.
Obviously, a lot happened during that race. How did you keep yourself calm during it?
Well, I just kept myself composed. I knew the cart was going to come on late because of the new tyre, and I just waited for the cart to come, and I knew it was going to come. And we kind of had a gap to second, and then we caught that up, and then I pushed Alfie Rigby to Theo Makuris in first, and I got him, and then it was just trying to keep myself calm throughout the whole race.
And how do you know when to kind of change your tactics up during a race like that?
I don't know, it's kind of just when you feel that you're fast enough to go in and try and defend it at least, then you know that's when.
And there was one point, I think it was going into turn 8, I think you just kind of pulled it off perfectly where you did a slightly defensive move and that sort of got you a gap. How did that feel from there, knowing you look behind and see you got a gap?
Well, it felt amazing because it was on to the second to last lap or last lap, I can't remember, but it felt amazing because I knew that I had the pace to pull away.
Big win for you, big championship points. Who'd you like to thank?
Thank you. I'd like to thank my mum and dad for the support, Mike Spence from Global Karting, Bontoft Kart Engines, Renter Merck and Mercedes-Benz and Print It.
An amazing win for Ginchard, but Sebastian Block, cool as a cucumber, saves his bacon and leads the title race by 4 points, with Rigby another 4 back. Ginchard and Berta are close too.